Hello, hello. Welcome back to the weekly Monday Motivation Podcast, No More Excuses. I am your host, Sandi Ballard, the Badass Business Coach, helping you find your badassness, helping you step out of your comfort zone and truly achieve the success you desire and get through that complacency. Well, and my whole goal is to help you not become complacent. All right. This week, I have to share a text with you from a new client, relatively new client. I met her many years ago, I think 20 years ago, but we recently reconnected, and her text says, "You are the main reason I've been able to turn things around. You've pulled me out of my hole. So many positive things have happened since we reconnected. We rock." I love it that she said "we" in quotes. "You, your groups, the new friends I have made since I've met you. I am so grateful for you and for all." Makes me feel good, right? I shared this with you so you could hear from a client of how she dug deeper to play bigger, to get back on track after a major change in her life, which, like I talk about in the last podcast, should have gone sideways with her. But the last podcast was about not becoming complacent, right? Well, she had become complacent in her previous job. She was successful. She was the succession plan for the company where she worked at. She was great. She was a rock star. Life was good until, like I said, shit went sideways. Myself and others in the coaching group that she's attending, we all helped her change her mindset, stop blaming others, and wow. The transformation has been amazing. I mentioned her a few podcasts ago, but more about the confidence that the progress she's made has given her. At the time, I hadn't really thought about the fact that when she was like, everything was great at the last job, the fact that she, although she was working really hard, it wasn't like she was sitting around with her feet up, she'd gotten complacent. And well, someone passed her by. Yes, there was some behind-the-scenes undermining, but think about it as a race. Yes, another running analogy. You're leading. You let up right before the finish line. I know you can picture this, or maybe you've seen it if you've ever watched a marathon on TV. The person leading lets up right before the finish line because they don't notice the person gaining on them. And right at that last second, the person notices you've let up, and his or her desire kicks in. You didn't see it coming. It happens. We've all allowed it to happen, personally and professionally. Hell, I even saw it happen in a business networking group I support. At the time, 37 members, passed a lot of referrals. Everyone was happy, chummy, friends, right? People stopped inviting. They started coming in a little later. They stopped caring about what's next. They stopped caring about helping each other as they were all making enough money. And you could just see the complacency in their demeanor. And I said to them, look, with success comes great responsibility. You can't get complacent. And they didn't listen. They lost 12 members in less than a year. Some legitimate, some, people lost jobs or moved or whatever happened, but still, they lost that many members. That made them pay attention, right? Then they wanted to listen. They wanted to learn. They wanted to figure out how to fix it. They changed their mindset and wanted to have me help them figure out how. It's like anything, weight loss. You achieve your goal, then you don't really worry about it, right? And then boom, your favorite jeans don't zip. Yeah, that was me. Like with my client, when the other person stepped up, shit hit her hard. She went, as she said, into a hole. Then she and I met a few months ago, and she realized it was on her to change because what had happened wasn't going to change. Remember the quote, stop looking at the past. It's not the direction you're going. I know you have something, or I know I have something in my past. Maybe we all have something in our past that we wish had gone differently, or you thought you were a shoo-in. Talked about that before. There's stuff that I know I've said and perhaps wish I hadn't. Not usually, but yeah, there's things I know I wish would have gone in a different direction. But then who would I be today? Where would I be? I can spend hours wondering, or I can just move forward and figure out how to not become complacent. Constantly learning, constantly challenging myself is how you stay out of complacency. It's how I stay out of complacency. Sometimes shit has to go sideways for you to sit up straight and ask, what the hell just happened, right? To get you to pay attention. So building upon last week's podcast of thinking about an area of your life or a time when you got complacent, what happened? What needed to change? Or perhaps still needs to, so you can fix it. This week I'd like to hear more about that. Ballard at growingforward.biz. Post here in the comments section. A time when, well, you were complacent but didn't realize it. Again, someone passed you by at the last second. Something happened. You were blindsided. Perhaps you are where Beth was a few months ago. And, you're ready to get past that. You know you're in victim mode and reactive mode, and you're ready to move forward. Email me, sballard at growingforward.biz. Let's talk. I've had many people come to me that were sitting there just wondering what the fuck had happened, and because everything was great, right? And now they're rock stars. They're looking to stay relevant, continue to learn, and build upon the success that they have. What about you? Have a great week, and I look forward to hearing from you. Cheers.